Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue our journey in learning just a little bit more of this amazing language every day. Yesterday, we talked about the 整齐划一, which is about cutting everything or forming everything into one shape, the same shape. That's one. Okay, so I translate it as uniform, to form something into uni shape. And today we continue in the same line of thinking, contemporary Chinese. 一刀切. Okay, so 一刀切is another version of 整齐划一. It's a shorter and more accessible version, I guess, because 一刀切is from everyday simple life. It doesn't have complicated characters like this higher brow character like 整, complicated like that, but 一刀切 is with simple characters, with quick actions, with shorter expressions. So it's more friendly, I guess, more like mass appeal kind of expression. And I want to point out a few things here. 一整齐划一, you see here, 一. The textbook pronunciation of one is 一. If you learn Chinese, it's 一二三, 1 2 3. But here you see 一刀切, because if we turn it into flat tone, it will be flat, flat, flat. That will be too difficult to pronounce. So let's say it. 一刀切. It sounds a little bit unhinged. Like the pronunciation is not, it's a floating somewhere. There's not even a falling tone anywhere, right? There's no tonation change. Everything is flat. It's like blend together. 一刀切. So oftentimes when this pronunciation of 一, even the pronunciation is contextualized. Whatever it paired with, whatever is in front of it or after it, depends on that pronunciation. This tonation can change. And because the thing behind 一 is another flat tone, so it would make more tonation sense to convert this one into a falling tone. So you fall into the flat. That's a better curve, right, in the tonation. So instead of everything is flat, you fall into it. So 一刀切 sounds better than, or more distinctive than 一刀切, right? Okay, so that's pronunciation. And okay, when you see it's a 3-character formation, just like a T 恤衫 is 3 character. It's a T 恤衫 is a translation of T-shirt. So it doesn't follow the rule of a condensed concept into 4 characters. That's the regular, normal way of expression, like time-honored expression that's commonly accepted and popularized and kept in history throughout the language use. And if you see 3 characters together, so it could be a translation, something that we cannot necessarily format into 4 characters. Especially like Chinese, also a lot of vocabularies are 2 characters, because 2 is enough to lock in the meaning of either character. So we know exactly these 2 combined together, what that means, even if 2 characters can sometimes have multiple meanings as well, depending on the context. But if you say 3 characters, so it's a type of formation, either it's a translation or it's a contemporary expression. So we say a phrase in 3 characters, it's not aesthetically as balanced and pretty as 4 characters, because you can pack a lot in 4 characters. And in 3 characters, it's more of slogan, kind of like, okay, Nike slogan, just do it, right? 3 words. So it's a kind of a catchy phrase that try to popularize the brand and using such a catchy phrase. So here, 一刀切 in the same vein, that 3 characters together. It's kind of a catchy phrase, short enough. It's really reduce people's like 25% of the extra load of the extra word, right? To describe the same mentality as 整齐划一, is everything format into one shape, one mode, one result, one outcome. But here, 一刀切, with a swing of knife, cut it in one cut. So everything would be formed with the same edge, same length. So that's the description, the visual description. Okay, so 一 pronounced as 一 in this phrase means number 1, and there's nothing more to say about it. It's the simplest Chinese character with just one stroke. Okay, we have one stroke like this. We don't really have one stroke like this because as a Chinese character, mostly it's rectangular, right? It's either going horizontal or vertical. We don't have anything like this. We do have this. So this is the simplest Chinese character, a horizontal line. That means 1. Okay. 刀 is two strokes. 1, 2. So all this big crane shape or S-curve shape in one stroke. So that's simple enough, only 2 strokes. And this is a common device in people's life. It's a knife. And we view it as, here's the handle of the knife, here's one edge, supposedly the cutting edge, and this is the other edge, supposedly non-cutting edge. So that's the top upper end of the knife. And when you have a handle that looks like that, you're going to cut this way, right? You're not going to cut this way. So it's one-edged knife. Okay. 一刀 out. Now, 切, we have the same knife image over there. So you know just from the formation of this character, it's something related to cutting, like to knife, to knifing. And then the left side is number 7. Number 7 pronounced as 七. And when it combined with knife to have the meaning of cut something into 7 pieces, the sound a little bit transformed or morphed into 切 instead of 七. Okay, but okay, one extra thing. If you add 3 dots over there, means water, something related to water, cutting water. Okay, that's steaming, not steaming. Wait, seeping. Is it called seeping? Gosh, my English is okay. So that's tea. Kept the tea leaves in a hot water. That's seeping, right? So let it slowly let the leaf, the nutrients or flavors from the tea leaf sink into the water gradually in a hot water. So if we add this 切 with the 3 dots in that's tea brewing, slow cooking process is called 七 again. So it comes back to the pronunciation of 七. So this kind of pronunciation transformation in different characters is interesting. Add something, remove something, things can sound similarly or different. So either it's a 七 is this number 7. With a dao, it becomes 切, and plus a water sign on the left side, it becomes 七 again. So go figure. So in this 切 means exactly that, cut. And I want to talk a little bit of number 7. Number 7 original writing looks like this. So it has a vertical line, horizontal line, and then it have a vertical line with this pulse, almost like a pulse in it. So, okay, so this related to how Chinese, the yin-yang sign, with a change, almost like a sine wave, but in a circle, in a sphere. So it talks about the philosophy of opposing forces, yin and yang represented, or black and white, 2 polars. They are going to convert and transform, and each side is going to have the other element within it. You're never going to erase something completely. You're not going to have complete 100% darkness, blackness, or yin or yang. Neither side. Never going complete, standing still there for long at least. So there is like this tip at the very end is either proportionally, it looks like all black or all white on either end of it. But for the most part, is a change, continuation of change from one element transit to the other element, more of the other element, and always within each other, there is the other color within. So this number 7 was regarded as the peak of yang as attached to the sun, to the warmth, to the positive, to the masculinity. And this number 7 is the peak of that. So I guess Chinese formation would view it from the sine wave looking thing. And if we view it, simplify it, the top or the heel as the most yang end of things versus the bottom, most in end of things. And the 7 is sitting on the top, which means it's slope, the derivative of that is 0, right? It's flat over here. But of course, as things going, it's really difficult to keep at the extreme end of things or at a standstill static status of being. It's always once they reach the tip of it, that's why in English we call it a peak, right? If somebody's peak or something, some development is peaked, that means, okay, that reaches the highest point. The next point, the next minute is going to go the other direction. So that's what it exactly means. Qi, actually in Chinese concept, that's the peak. That's the tip of the yang end of things. And it happened to be number 7. And cutting into 7 pieces. It's not an easy cut, is it? I mean, in Western world, we pizza cut into 4 pieces or 8 pieces or even 6 pieces. That's easier, right? But imagine you cut it into 7 pieces. That's quite some measured cut, right? So 一刀切 simply means cutting with one knife, and then everything is the same length, or at least ended the same way. So that's called 一刀切, and I translate simply as it's another way of saying uniform. And because 一刀切 is a simple expression that's more lowbrow versus the other highbrow version of uniforming something, or what's conformity, right? Conform into the same form. Both of them are talking the same thing, but the other one, highbrow, so I translate it as a uniform. It sounds a little bit more highbrow than the same cut, right? Things are coming from the same cut. English, we have cut from the same fabric. So similar way, that cut action was used to imply the formation, something cut from the same mold. So same cut, coming from the one same cut, okay? So here I'm pulling a picture of a retro image. I'm surprised there were colored picture capturing back then. Maybe this was recolored back then. I mean, in recent, couldn't tell. So this was how people were looking back then. So you can see the coloring of the coloring and the style of people dressing back then was in this either olive green, or I'm not sure if this is considered a drab, but it's military inspired color palette. And then the blue, I mean, blue color, when in English we talk about blue color, I assume that's the kind of blue. So it's kind of like a soil resistant color, right? It's a dark color, almost black. And you can you can have the longest laundry cycle if you wear this color because it's not as obvious as white, right? This is color that regarded as related to labor, to workers, factory workers mostly. So manufacturing, military, these two are the dominant color palette of that time. And you can see the style of the clothes, the pockets, the buttons, the collars, all look the same. And even the hat style. This one a little bit of variation, but most of people, same color, same style, same look. And that's the epitome of time of an era in recent history that we know is coming from the same cut. So there, we just want to illustrate this same cut concept of things are highly conformed. Nobody stand out. No, everybody look the same. And that's the kind of 一刀切. Passion, thinking about one word a day. We so see you another day.